He said, and I'm going to quote him here, that Muslims have nothing to fear, but they must abandon their supremacy narrative. He's made these statements in an interview to Organizer and Panchajanya. In that interview, the RSS chief said that Hindu society is in the midst of another war against an enemy within to defend itself. Now, these statements have, as we've just said, drawn flack. They have created some controversy. But in just a second, we will go to the comments themselves. Before we do, my colleague Siddhant is actually with us, and let's go over to him to understand first. Siddhant, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Siddhant, before we go over to the reactions to the comments, if you could just highlight for our audiences in more detail what it is that Mohan Bhagwat said yesterday.
Well, look, it is very rare that Sarsang Chalak gives interview, and this is one rare occasion where he has given this interview to the organizer Panchajanya, and it's a very long interview where he has spoken on multiple issues, and in fact there are multiple takeaways from this interview. But the most significant one is one which you have highlighted, and in fact Mr. Bhagwat has assured the Muslim community living in India that there is no need of them being scared of anyone. It is just that they should abandon the claim of supremacy. This is what Mohan Bhagwat has said in an interview. He also goes on to say that they are free to stick to their faith, or if they want to return to the faith of their ancestors, then they may. But nobody is going to force them to do that. He also said that this very idea, this very narrative, that once we rule this land, then we are going to rule this land forever. This narrative is not right, and this is nothing but a boisterous rhetoric of supremacy, which Muslims living in India should abandon. Now, when Sarsang Chalak says something, when he says something in an interview, then that sets the tone. And this is perhaps the reason that this interview is significant, because time and again, in fact, with each passing day, there is a lobby which keeps on, retreating, which keeps on talking about how Muslims are being harassed in the country, how Muslims are being targeted, how they are being cornered by the current dispensation. So this one statement, this one interview is for all those people belonging to that one lobby, that look, the statement has come from Sarsang Chalak, and he has again assured the Muslim community that there is nothing for them to be scared. So in a way, it is an assurance also. At the same time, it is also a strong message that RSS chief has given out by saying that all we want is you to abandon
Siddhant, we
this
need to
supremacy.
very quickly I'm sorry. Story. We'll move to that very right. Of course, a bit of controversy. They have caused a kickback, and this for you is one such response. Former Congress leader Kapil Sibal, an extremely senior lawyer, he's responded to Mohan Bhagwat's message from yesterday on Twitter. He's tweeted out, and I'm going to quote here: "Hindustan should remain Hindustan. I agree, but insaan should remain insaan." My colleague Pallavi Ghosh is with bringing us more content.
And also, more importantly, that you have to understand the value of humanity. What essentially I think he was also digging his point at was this entire narrative, according to the Congress and other opposition political parties, is that the BJP, backed by the RSS, does not value humans based on the kind of religion they come in from or the backdrop that they come in from. It's also interesting he says that because he's, of course, an MP supported by the Samajwadi Party, and for the SP, their main vote bank also happens to be the minority vote bank. So very clearly, Kapil Sibal addressing that while taking pot shots at the RSS and the BJP.
All right. Pallavi, if I could also ask you more context. Yesterday to Mohan Bhagwat's responses, have we seen other responses come? Can you bring us more context?
Well, there has been responses coming in from the Congress party, Digvijay Singh, and all of them have been making the point. And we've also heard what Rahul Gandhi, which has thrown up a huge political controversy when he likened or compared the RSS to the Kauravas. See, Rahul Gandhi's animosity towards the RSS is very well known to us. In fact, he's facing a defamation suit as far as the RSS is concerned. According to him, they're also the people who are responsible for the assassination of the Mahatma. So this kind of tug of war, and I would say a complete fight between the Congress and the RSS is very well known, and that's also been the main poll pitch.
Okay. Pallavi, if I could also understand from you, as our audiences may remember, we brought them coverage that back in September, the RSS chief had met members of the Muslim community in Delhi. And reports had said, though it was a closed-door meeting, that, all right, I'm so sorry, Pallavi, we do need to keep you with us. Majid Memon, the senior TMC member, he's with us right now. Sir, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us here on CNN News 18. Sir, we've spotlighted what the RSS chief had to say yesterday. We've also shared what the Congress's response, not the Congress's response, I'm sorry, former Congress leader Kapil Sibal had to say. Sir, if I could understand from you, what do you have to say to what the RSS chief said yesterday?
Good morning to all your viewers. We would welcome the statement of Bhagwat ji stating positively that Muslims in India need not to fear. Well, I think he appreciates that there is a substantial Muslim population in India, perhaps much more than the total population of several countries in the world. And therefore, as citizens of India, they have had their own role to play in building nation, in contributing to the progress of the country. If he appreciates that, we are very happy, and he is saying that you have no reason to fear. But his fear that Islam is to be imposed as the superior religion, Indian Muslims have never said so. Indian Muslims want to live in peace with their fellow Indians, maybe belonging to Hinduism, Parsiism, Christians, Sikhs, etc. We want peace, we want progress, we want unity. And therefore, this statement by Bhagwat ji that we need not fear is acknowledged with pleasure.
All right, Majid Memon, thank you so much for bringing us that context. Thank you for bringing us your response. It's time.